Hey, what's up, long drivers? Welcome to Smash Factor. We got lots of stuff lined up for you in today's show. And a reminder, this episode of Smash Factor is brought to you by Shark Attack Golf. Get the best long drive clubs in the business at sharkattackgolf.net. We'll be right back right after this. All right, let's get into some results. We had two big events this past weekend. We had an event up at Mid-Atlantic with Russ McLarnon and the Texas League Championship. Let's do the Texas League Championship first. Here's the way this works. Once this league championship is done, hitting in Texas for this season that ends with our World Championship is done. Everyone who's qualified by way of league points will be notified that they've qualified for the national championship, and everyone who finished in this, who won their division in this event, have qualified for the national championship. Let's get into the results. Tegan Knuckles, 9 and under boys, won that division with a drive of 134.9. JoJo Knuckles, within the 13 under girls, won that with a drive of 90.3 yards. And then Piper Knuckles, how about that? 3 of those Knuckles. Junior girls, won with a drive of 171.6. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Cody Brooks took the Open Men's Division with a drive of 307.4. By the way, these guys are at the Rim in San Antonio. You've heard me talk about that venue a few times here. Daniel Ferguson in the 35-plus division wins with a drive of 314.4. Robert Jones took the military division win with a drive of 157.7. John Zook in the XLD Open Men wins that with a drive of 325.7. All right, Jamie O'Neill in the XLD 18-plus women's division wins that with a drive of 297.4. Then Jamie O'Neill in the 35-plus women's division wins that with a drive of 295.8. And then, guess who? Jamie O'Neill took the XLD senior 45-plus women's division with a drive of 295.4. Really consistent there for Jamie. So let's move over to the Tri-State League event this past weekend run by Russell McLarnon. And guess who won the Open Men 18-plus division? Russell McLarnon with a drive of 348 yards. Ethel Ruttenberg, you've seen her around a bunch in the 18-plus women's division, wins with a drive of 307. Nice job, Ethel. Mike Maley in the Open Men 35-plus division wins with a drive of 332. Jennifer White in the women's 35-plus wins with a drive of 237. Ulysses White, husband, in the senior men 45-plus wins with a drive of 341. Jennifer White in the 45-plus women's division wins with a drive of 243. And then Ulysses White, 50-plus division win with a drive of 347. And Ulysses again with the 55-plus division win with a drive of 301. Paul Carlos took the 60-plus division win with a drive of 234. And Justus Palermo wins the XLD 35-plus division with a drive of 210 yards. All right, let's get into some schedules for this coming weekend. Lots of stuff happening down at Morongo Golf Club for the Southern California League. Lynn Ray running things down there. There is the league championship starting at 9 a.m. Then there's a national championship qualifier, ALD national championship qualifier, starting at 11 a.m. And then those two events there are followed by an XLD Stage 1 and Stage 2 qualifier. So lots, you could do almost anything you want at Southern California this weekend. Don't miss it. That'll be the end of competition in SoCal for this season. Carolina Clash coming up for the Western Carolina group at Casey, at Partee Range at Casey, South Carolina, this weekend at 10 o'clock. Going to go down there myself and help those guys out. The ALD portion starts at 10. There's an XLD Stage 1, Stage 2 qualifier following that around 1 o'clock. So let's see what else we got going here. At the PGA store in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, there's a doubleheader. First event starts at 1 o'clock. Second event will start around 3 o'clock, but that's indoor at the PGA Superstore for Coastal Carolina. That will be the last league event for Coastal Carolina. League championship coming up there on the 27th of August at Barefoot, 3 p.m. Then Minnesota-Iowa League Championship will be August 20th, 10 a.m. at Bertram Chain of Lakes facility there. The Mid-Atlantic League Championship, same weekend at 1 o'clock at the Gauntlet. Now, each one of these guys will have an XLD Stage 2 qualifier, so you can get yourself qualified for almost anything you can think of there at Minnesota, Iowa, and Mid-Atlantic. Down in Florida, August 21st, that's Sunday, Josh Koch running things there. We're going to start early, 8 a.m. at Orange County National Range. Under the hood over there, we got a doubleheader. We have the final league event starting in the morning. That's followed by the Florida League Championship in the afternoon. Western PA on the same day, August 21st, starting at 5 p.m., is the Western Pennsylvania League Championship. And as I mentioned earlier, the Coastal Carolina League Championship will be the 27th at Barefoot at 3 p.m. There will be an XLD Stage 2 qualifier there as well. The Ohio League Championship will be August 28th at the Golf Center at Sports Ohio at 10 a.m. Mike Pagliari running things there. Then the Wisconsin League Championship, September 3rd at the practice station with Josh Koch, 12 p.m. at the practice station. Then that gets us to the Amateur Long Drive National Championship. I think there's going to be one more event added here shortly. As soon as we get the confirmation, we'll give it to you. But the Tri-State League Championship is tentatively scheduled for that same weekend, September 3rd. Stay tuned for a confirmation on that. I have here, finally, what you've all been asking me for, and this is the run of show for the National Championship. And just know this is going to be tight and not, I would say, fairly preliminary as far as the way it sits, but I think you can count on the days that we're going to tell you you're going to qualify. What we did a little differently this year is we have an LCQ at the beginning of each day for all the people that qualify, that play that day. So we're trying to limit the amount of time that you got to be on the road and in hotels and that sort of thing. So this year we're Sunday through Wednesday. That's September 18th through the 21st at Barefoot. On Sunday, we're going to have an LCQ for youth, junior, adaptive, and the senior divisions 60 plus. Why? Because all those divisions are going to compete that day. The order is going to be, we're going to check in at 8 o'clock, and then we'll start competition about 10. We'll finalize the exact times as soon as we get everybody confirmed who's coming into the Nationals. But the youth LCQ is at 10, junior 10:15. Then we start into youth and junior elimination rounds. Youth finals will follow that. Junior finals will follow youth finals. Then we'll do an adaptive LCQ, and then we'll do adaptive elimination rounds and adaptive finals back to back to back there. Senior division 60 plus, 65 plus, 70 plus, 75 plus LCQ, and then we'll go through each one of those beginning with the oldest first, 75 plus, then 70, then 65, then 60. So if everything goes as planned, all those divisions will finish on Sunday. The champions will be crowned. The people will leave there knowing who is going to the World Championship down in Florida at Premier Sports Complex. Then Monday is another senior day. We're going to do the 45 plus, 50, and 55 plus. So we're going to start off with an LCQ for those guys. And this is men and women both. Check in again at 8 o'clock. Competition is going to start at 10. And with the LCQ, then we'll do the 55 plus women, 55 plus men's elimination competition rounds, 55 plus women's final, 55 plus men's final. Then we'll go to the 50 plus women, 50 plus men, then 45 men, women finals all the way down. We'll finish up all those divisions hopefully on Monday, and then we'll head down to Grand Strand Brewing for the welcome party down in Myrtle Beach. Tuesday, it's going to be a long day, okay? Not a lot of divisions, but a lot of folks. These are our largest divisions. The 35 plus and open divisions will start their elimination rounds. We're going to start the day off with an LCQ. Check in again 8 o'clock, LCQ at 10 o'clock. And then we'll do the open men elimination rounds, open women elimination rounds, 35 plus women elimination rounds, 35 plus men's elimination rounds, and then the open men round of 32 down to 16. Hopefully we can get that done before it gets dark on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to start the day off with an XLD Stage 1, Stage 2 qualifier, then get into the 35 plus women countdown. We'll take 4 down to 2. Then we'll do the 35 plus men 8 to 4. Then we'll do the open men rounds of 16 down to 8. Then open women round 8 to 4. Open men round 8 to 4. 35 plus men round 4 to 2. Open men round 4 to 2. Following that, 35 plus women finals, 35 plus men's finals, open women's finals, and open men's finals. I told you it was tight. That's a lot of stuff. Something that that really makes a difference is all these new divisions that we've added this year. We got to create a time slot for those people to get through the championship. So, I mean, we're 4 full days this year. When we started this thing, we were 2 days, and we've grown to 4, and it's probably going to be 5 by the time we get into this next year. So, I'm going to post this schedule today on the website. And the people who have qualified by way of national championship qualifiers will receive their invitations with instructions to register this week. The people that have won league championships will also receive their invitation. And the leagues that are finished, the people that have finished with league points will get their invitations. And the way we're going to do that, if we got the same person in a league that qualified in a qualifier league championship and also was leading points in the league, then we're just going to drop down to the next person in the league and they'll get the invite. And that's the way it's going to work throughout the system as we go through this thing. So a lot of information about schedules for you. Hope that didn't bore you too much. So we're going to be right back to tell you about Wingding right after this.
Your best game is right around the corner. And whenever you find yourself with downtime, that's the time to get your game back up to par. Hone in your skills with expertise and equipment from the world's largest golf selection at PGA TourSuperstore.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. I want to mention this. It's not too late. If you haven't competed all year, you're just now hearing about this. I don't know how that happened, but if you did, go to the website, ultimatelongdrive.com, get your tour card, hit one of these last chance qualifiers or one of these other qualifiers that I mentioned. If you can't make any of the things out in the leagues, then just come to the national, hit the last chance qualifier, and work your way into the national championship. We'd love to have you. It's never too late here at Ultimate Long Drive. Also, our crowdfunding program is picking up steam. Want to let you know that that's available. Just hit the crowdfunding tab on the on the navigation bar there at ultimatelongdrive.com. Get the information. There's a form for you to fill out. Send that to us, and then we'll ask you to send us photos and a video. We'll set that thing up for you. There's no charge to you for setting this up. We'll get it set up, and you can raise some money. Folks are starting to fund the people in our crowdfunding program. Really glad to see that. You can use that money for whatever you want, to pay your expenses for travel, for equipment, training, whatever you need. That's what it's for. It's to help you afford to play the sport of long drive. So now that brings us to Wing Ding. This program, as I said earlier, was brought to you by Shark Attack Golf. It's produced and broadcast by Wing Ding, and Jay Burgess is the producer back there pushing the buttons. Thank you, Jay. Wing Ding distributes content to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, iTunes, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Podcast, Facebook, YouTube, our mobile and iOS Android app, and our web app. So no matter where you are or what you're doing or what kind of device you're using, whether it's one of these, your desktop or your TV, you can get Wing Ding content. We'd like to have your content. If you're a podcaster or an event coordinator or whatever, and you want to see about getting your content on Wing Ding, send us some information about it, info@wingding.tv. We'll take a look at it. We'd love to have it. That's going to wrap up today's show, and I'm going to be out of here, and I'm heading to Columbia, South Carolina, to Casey. Going to hit some, I'm going to hit some bombs. They're bombs to me. They might not be to you. And going to go and help those guys run the event. Get out, play, let's play. Hit them long, hit them straight. We'll see you next week right here on Smash Factor.